Stephanie.
Eric.
Now, if you don't mind, I'll let myself in.
Of course not. What brings you by?
I want to see how you're doing.
Really?
Well, after that whole episode at the office earlier today.
Certainly wasn't the most successful day we've ever had in our lives, was it?
Maybe tomorrow will be better.
Well, it couldn't get much worse, could it?
We'll get through this. We always have.
You always manage to see the glass half full, don't you?
And if you think that's been easy these days...
I want you to know that everything that's been going on, I take full responsibility for it.
Don't. Don't even start that.
But it's Brooke's vendetta against me.
There's plenty of responsibility to go around. I certainly didn't handle Brooke the way she should have been handled.
You shouldn't have to handle Brooke. God. Now that she's in charge of Forrester Creations. She's going to control you and me. And I caused it.
No. No, this was a sort of coordinated family blunder. We'll all take responsibility for it, and we will all get through it together.
There she is. I've been calling all over for you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you'd be home so early.
Well, I left the meeting early.
How did it go?
Forget it. You don't want to know.
Oh, another good one?
The best. Brooke is going to take the company away from us.
Does that mean you don't have to work anymore? You're not serious.
Hey, I didn't come home to talk shop here.
Looks like you came home to make omelets.
Channel some of that nervous energy.
What nervous energy?
You had an appointment with the gynecologist, right?
Yes.
And?
Not this month, sweetheart.
Good.
Good.
Well, we don't want this to happen too quickly.
Why not?
Because then we wouldn't be able to keep trying. And that's half the fun. No, that's all the fun.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Is there another way?
I just want to give you a baby so badly.
We'll have a baby. We'll have a baby.
I know we will.
Hey, come on over here. You come over and sit down. Pour yourself a glass of wine, and you can pour me one, too. You can have one since you're not going to be pregnant for a while. I'm going to make you an omelet so special, it'll probably make you pregnant all by itself.
I want something else that might make me pregnant. And I want it right now. I love you, Rich.
feel like I regress with every year that passes.
I find that sort of interesting,
Oh,
charming.
Childish behavior?
No, your vulnerability.
Well, I always thought I was vulnerable. I mean, I like to think
No,
I'm
no,
strong.
I understand that it's difficult for a woman as strong as you are to show vulnerability.
To Sheila?
At odd moments, just like you.
Please.
Actually, it's kind of interesting how the three significant women in my life are all similar in that regard.
I think we should drop this subject right now.
She drives you up a wall, doesn't she?
Sheila or Brooke? Well, what does it matter? They both do. I hope that you're not upset with Ridge and me because we wanted to keep her out of the negotiations with Brooke.
I understand your position.
Do you?
I don't agree with it. I think you're overreacting, but I understand your position.
Well, she's admitted how close she is to Brooke, and I just felt it was a
Oh,
conflict,
you don't have to
say
belabor the
least.
point. She's out of the loop.
Yes, but you're upset.
You know, I'm just frustrated. I guess I'm just frustrated that at this point in our lives we should have to be dealing with a problem like this. I thought we deserved better.
You said it was going to get better.
Did I say that?
2 minutes ago.
Well, then it probably will. Unless, of course, it gets worse.
You know I worry about you.
Yeah, well, I worry about you.
Well, don't. I'll survive just to prove that, well, despite Brooke. I love you.
Feast your eyes on this, my love.
Oh, wow. You are really getting good at this.
Well, I'm just good at everything.
Oh, I know. You don't have to tell me about that.
Go.
Nope. Why pollute the old body now?
Okay.
So, Brooke is going for the jugular, huh?
No, not the jugular. I think she wants to break all of our arms and legs and really watch us suffer for a while.
Wow. I've never heard you talk like that before.
Got into it with her today.
Brooke? What happened?
Usual. She came to the office venting her anger, and I wasn't in the mood to take it.
I'm sure she was upset about something as well.
Yeah, she was. She mentioned seeing you at the doctor's office.
Well, I was so certain that I was pregnant. I was probably a bit too smug for my own good.
Does she know you're not?
And that should thrill her.
Yeah, well, she gave us the payback today at the meeting. Her and that wise-ass attorney.
Are they really trying to get control of the company?
They may very well do it, too.
What does that mean?
I don't know. For Mother, pure unmitigated hell. For Dad and me, I wouldn't even venture, I guess.
So who was there? The three of you? And Elliot, of course?
Sheila was there, too.
Sheila?
That is until Mother threw her out of the office.
Well, it's time to win you back, Eric. You're straying a little too far from home court. I need your support, sweetheart, and I certainly need your love. God knows you need mine. Well, don't just stand there. Why don't you come over here? It was a crazy day, wasn't it?
It was a day for the record books.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. I think everything's pretty much been said.
Then let's use some diversionary tactics.
You know, this day could be the last day that Forrester Creations is owned by anybody from the Forrester family.
Serious times call for serious solutions.
Well, I don't think there is any solution to this problem.
Eric, I don't think you've used the best weapon in your arsenal yet. You haven't used me. Brooke thinks I'm her ally. She asked me to stay for the meeting. She even asked me to read the contract to everyone. I really believe I could influence her.
Sheila, you're not going to stop Brooke from wanting to take over this company.
Well, we don't know that,
She's
do
too
we?
smart for that. Even if she fell for it, Connor Davis would be there to stop her.
Eric, I really...
Look, the worst mistake I made was to deceive Brooke in the first place. That's how I got into this mess. Now, there will be no more manipulation on the part of this family.
Then you're just gonna let it go.
It's out of our hands, Sheila. We've lost control of the situation.
Honey, there's something I'd like you to do for me before Brooke takes over.
What?
Give me a job. Something other than company nurse. I'd really like an opportunity to carve out my position in this company. I know it sounds self-serving right now, but it may be my last opportunity to advance at Forrester. Something in management, mid-level. I'll work very hard, Eric, I will. But you've got to do it right away. Please. You will do this for me, won't you?
Your mother threw Sheila out of the meeting?
She didn't deserve to be there.
How did she react to that?
Incensed, of course.
Well, that's one lady I wouldn't want to upset.
Well, frankly, she's not my primary concern these days. But I do think it's best if she stays out of Forrester.
And what exactly is your primary concern these days?
As if you didn't know.
Jack.
I know it's late.
Oh, no, come on in.
Thanks. Just wondering if you had heard anything from Ridge and Taylor.
No, but I know they're at their place.
Well, I'm not going to just walk in on them.
All right. Don't. Then you're just going to have to do what I'm doing. Wait and guess.
Having a grandchild, that would be something, wouldn't it? Of course, you already got one.
Are you implying that I'm older than you are?
Oh, what I'm saying is that a woman as young as you having a grandchild, that's kind of embarrassing, isn't it?
Embarrassing. It's humiliating. This is my first reprieve. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, but from what?
It's been a very difficult day.
What's wrong?
This has to be confidential, and it can't go any further. It has to do with a belief patent. We've been in negotiations all day with Brooke and trying to get it back. The lawyers, her lawyers, gave us their ultimatum. She wants control of our company.
Oh.
That's what they've told us. And they're going to accept absolutely nothing less than that.
Stephanie, somebody has to talk to that woman.
Everyone has talked to her, Jack. Eric, Ridge, even Taylor.
I'm sure you were the first.
No.
You've never talked straight out to Brooke?
We can't even be in the same room and breathe the same air, let alone have a civilized conversation.
That was excellent. What now?
How about if we take a walk? Drive up to the beach and maybe spend the night out there.
You don't want to do that.
Oh, yes, I do.
Afraid you're exhausted. You've been up since 5 o'clock this morning getting ready for that meeting.
When are you going to realize, my love, that my work, as creative and satisfying as it may be, is not the #1 priority in my life?
Oh, well, you keep telling me that.
Well, then why don't you start believing it?
Because it just goes against the stereotype.
What stereotype?
The artist, the breadwinner, the male and his work. And for most men, that takes precedence over everything, certainly his wife.
Well, I guess I'm not most men. And besides, if those men had a wife like you, I'd have to believe that they'd have their priorities straight.
Sheila, this is not a good time to be asking me about this. I'm fighting like hell to hang on to my company here. I can't be concerned about this right now.
I know, sweetheart, and I sympathize with you. But I'm not asking for a major time commitment here. Just promote me. Call personnel, make it official. I'll write the memo. All you have to do is sign it.
Sheila, it's not that simple.
Of course it is. All you do is pick up the phone, Eric.
There are other considerations here.
What considerations? What, Eric?
There can't be any position for you in our organization until you learn to get along with upper management. And that's Ridge and Stephanie.
Oh, so here we go again. Sheila the Wicked Witch? Good enough to be your wife, but not good enough for the company.
I don't even want to talk about a job for you at Forrester until this current crisis is all resolved.
And what if it isn't resolved in our favor, Eric?
Well, then it's all academic, isn't it?
I don't get a job. And if by chance we still maintain control of the company, I still don't get a job. No, not until I kiss up to Stephanie and Ridge, and by then they're probably going to have another excuse for keeping me down.
No, stop it. Stop it, Sheila.
I'm real sorry, Eric, but I see things perfectly clear now. There is no room for me in the Forrester organization. No, I just don't measure up, do I? I'm going to bed.
Stephanie, I realize that the two of you have trouble just relating to each other.
Trouble relating. I told you we have trouble breathing the same air. That's how much we dislike each other. Which makes it all the more bitter to swallow. Because I'm responsible for it.
That's an overstatement.
No, it isn't. But you know, Eric said just the same thing to me a little while ago. It's the truth, though. I mean, she isn't really angry at the family or the company. It's me that she's angry. I just wish I could find a way to stop her.
There's only one way. You have to repair the damage. You need to patch up your relationship with her.
We are so far beyond that. Believe me when I tell you, we hate each other as much as two people possibly can.
But you've never even had a face-to-face with her. Just the two of you. Have you? Not once.
Well, certainly not since the blow-up, no.
All right, and if things are this far out of control, I don't see how the two of you just talking could make it any worse.
Because she wants me. I'm sure what she'd like to do is see me on a sacrificial block.
You, a sacrifice.
Yes. Maybe that's it. Maybe the family doesn't have to come into this if what it is something just between Brooke and me. Why didn't I see this before?
See what? What do you say?
Exactly what you have just suggested to me. I should go and see her. I should give her exactly what it is that she wants. Me. Maybe that's the way it has to be. I mean, maybe that is exactly what I have to do in order to save this company and to save my family.